All right, another quick update on Keith Thurman. The whole Keith Thurman situation right now. He seems to be, headlining the news today. I put out a video a couple hours ago talking about 28-0 Keith Thurman, WBC, WBA champ. Now we know, like I went over in the other video, he won that WBA. He was the interim champ, then he was elevated to the regular champ. Three versions of the WBA: interim, regular, and the super version, which Mayweather wasn't one time, and then he retired. So right now, it's kind of I don't know, a fraudulent title. So, but, you got to give him credit for the WBC. Now, he did win the WBC, rightfully so, from Danny Garcia in their latest matchup. So, oddly enough, if you look at this list right here, this is really confusing. Apparently, the WBC just elevated Danny Garcia to the #1 contender spot, meaning Danny Garcia is now Keith Thurman's. He's a #1 contender, for the WBC. So, really, I think what it does, we've heard a lot of rumors about, a rematch. And, Angel Garcia, Danny Garcia, they've been whining and crying in the media that they want a rematch. But, really, the boxing fans, they don't really want, or a lot of them really don't want a rematch because, we think it'll look just like it did before. But I think this time, Thurman would probably knock him out or, just hurt him. I think he'd beat him, even worse, in my opinion. But, it's all over. Danny Garcia rated #1 by the WBC following Keith Thurman clash, and this was 2 days ago, April 11th. I think today's like the 13th. So, yeah, like I said, it's just pretty much everywhere right now. Angel Garcia, we're getting a rematch with Keith Thurman, and remember Angel Garcia he said there was a blind seal, or one of the judges was a blind seal, I guess like a seal, like in the ocean. I don't really get what that means. Maybe it's I don't understand that. A blind seal, whatever the hell that is. I guess it's like a judge that, he's blind, or like he didn't see the fight properly. I don't know what the hell that means, but Angel Garcia keeps talking about a blind seal. But anyway, yeah, look, I find it odd. They got Danny Garcia, Amir Khan, Porter, Berto, Bradley, Vargas, and then it just goes down. Broner, Molina, all this other nonsense on there, which is, it's really not a great, actually it's a shitty list, if you want to know the truth. But right now we are working on our own pound for pound list in the group. So I put out a video, I don't know, maybe about half an hour ago. I wanted to see if you guys would help me come up with a pound for pound list. And by the way, when I say pound for pound, I do mean overall, any division, any pound, pound for pound, right? But also, I'd like to come up with our own rankings, by division. When I say best by division, I'm referring to ranking by division. But, yeah, anyway, it's kind of looking like, Keith Thurman, we might get a rematch. We might get an immediate Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman rematch. And, right now, Thurman's all over social media, yelling at Pacquiao, yelling at whoever, but we'll see what happens, and I think, and I do think he will eventually face the winner of, the Kell Brook and Spence fight. So, and that's a great matchup, either one. You got Brook Thurman or Spence Thurman, whatever. Either way you want to slice it, great matchup. So, the welterweight division, it is heating up, but I'm also excited too. You got Lomachenko coming through these lower divisions, and bringing a lot of excitement to the 130 and the 135, and really even the 140. So look, we need more lively divisions than welterweight. We can't just, it's like the most popular division is welterweight, and I want to really make a video about that and talk about it because, I'd like to start focusing on these lower divisions like the 130s, and the 140s, that kind of thing. So, and especially the heavyweight division now, we got Anthony Joshua in the Klitschko fight. We got Deontay Wilder coming back, Tyson Fury making a comeback, which, is that even possible? And then, of course, at middleweight and light middleweight, we got Gennady Golovkin, Canelo Alvarez, Jacobs, and the Billy Joe Saunders thing. So we'll see how all that shapes up. But for right now, It looks like at welterweight we will get a Danny Garcia Keith Thurman. So, I mean, do you guys even want to see a rematch? I mean, what do you think about it? I mean, I guess I wouldn't mind, but I think there's better fights to be made. Now, I mean, here's the thing. I have such a hatred for Danny Garcia. I think Keith Thurman could probably knock him out. So that's why I'm like kind of like all for it, because I think, I think Thurman could really, make a better statement in a rematch, because, once you already fought him once, the rematch is a lot different. Kind of like, look at Pacquiao, fought Morales twice, Barrera twice, Marquez, 4 times, Bradley 3 times. So, you get to know that guy. So I think in a rematch, Thurman would do a lot better. So anyway, guys, what do you think about this? Leave your comment below.